Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles on Sunday night primetime.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Stopped up at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rest as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry for DeAndre Swift. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check. and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great...
There he goes right side. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. 62 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. Obviously, so much on the line here. Everything on the line this season. So important to get off to a hot start. That run certainly helps.
Definitely provided it. Nothing different than what they've seen all year long. They want to continue to ride that momentum.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott from the gun. He'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They were so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down again. DeMarvion Overshown, dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over first and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Roll that on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 36. Prescott to throw it. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense.
Take the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Swift going to try up the middle. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Brings up 3rd down.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That is caught. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. 76 yards. And the Cowboys are able to move back in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put it in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Hurts throw into the hands of McLaurin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And yet again, it's McLaurin. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And Allen coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Prescott now. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down, Dallas.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Second down and 4. Prescott from the gun. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
There's Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact right time there, and now 4th down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Hurts over the middle to Smith. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. That one a first down pickup of 8. Being chased out left. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards in the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Had the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but
and they got it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down. Belt. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Going right back to Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the 60-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced.
Complete there to McCool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this one quick.